What's up, everybody? My name is Shannon and I am still waiting for my Satyr, and today we are talking about Dread Nation by Justina Ireland. Okay, so I did not know, see I'm super dumb, that Justina Ireland also wrote a Star Wars book called Lando's Luck. This is a middle grade book. I myself have not read this book yet, but I did know that the author of Lando's Luck was going to be at Star Wars Celebration, which is the convention that I myself am going to. And oh my God, I need to meet Justina Ireland because I freaking loved Dread Nation. Like, I can't even express to you guys how much I loved this book. Like, from the second I started it, I listened to it on audiobook. The audiobook's absolutely amazing. There are a lot of Southern accents. It's great. It's so, go listen to it. But I loved it from the second I started it to the minute I finished it. This book was such an amazing experience, and I cannot express to you guys how grateful I am to have this book and just how unbelievably amazing it is. Dread Nation is kind of in a similar vein as Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies in that it's a period type drama, but then there are also zombies. So like the zombie apocalypse isn't like the plot of the story, but it is part of the story. And Dread Nation takes place sometime after the Civil War. So we are in there with all of these, mindsets, all of the racism, all of the slavery, like all of that kind of stuff is what we are sitting in. And the way that this book handles politics and the social stuff and just everything blew my mind. It was handled so unbelievably well. And let me tell you, we talk a lot about how there needs to be like more representation. And when that happens, we get books that have like a diverse cast or like all of this kind of stuff, which is still great. But this is like the definition of like having representation, because this is the story about a girl from like Civil War era America who is a black woman whose mother is white, her father is black, who had to grow up with all of this stigma, and you get to see the story from her point of view. You see it through her eyes. You hear what she thinks and how she processes things, and it is so unbelievably amazing. And like, we need characters like Jane McKean. She is an amazing main character. She is so smart. The way that she knows how to work a room, the way that she knows how to use other people's biases against them in order to get what she wants and to do the right thing. It is unbelievably amazing, and I stan her so freaking hard. I cannot get over how amazing this book is. But it's not just like the political stuff, and it's not just the social awareness, but this book is also just a really amazing story about Jane and a girl named Catherine, because Catherine is kind of like, she would have been like the minor antagonist of the story. She is this super snotty, mean girl who is kind of like the queen bee of the school that her and Jane are attending, but instead of her just being like this minor problem throughout the book, she's the one who goes on the adventure with Jane, and the story is about them learning about each other and understanding each other and becoming friends and like figuring out how to work together in order to get out of this horrible situation that they find themselves in. I really can't express to you guys how much this book means to me, how amazing it was to see this type of relationship, how amazing it was to me to see everything that this book focuses on. Like, Justina Ireland just nailed everything that she set out to do, and she does it in such an unapologetic way. She's just like, this is what I am, this is what I came here to say, this is what I'm doing, and I am so unbelievably excited for the second book in the series. This is definitely a must read. I work at a museum, and honestly, when people come in and they're like asking me like questions that I get like all the time, I want to just like take this book and just give it to them and be like, here, this is like, I need you to understand what this book is saying to you, and then come back and talk to me, because like I just don't have any patience for you anymore. It just does such an amazing job. And there's more too, but the more does get a little bit spoilery, so I'm going to talk about that in a separate video. That's kind of like the weight and like the emotional like attachments that I have to this book, but it does get into spoiler territory, and I don't want to spoil any parts of this book for you guys because it does get really interesting. The way that this book leaves off makes me just unbelievably excited to read like what's coming next. And let me tell you, I really, really want to meet Justina Ireland because I just want to thank her for writing this book. And just like, honestly, this is probably the best book I've read of the year. This might be like the best book I've read in my entire life. I don't know. I really like it a lot, guys. Like, this is definitely one of my personal favorites, and I cannot stress to you guys enough, do yourself a favor. Go read Dread Nation. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, be sure to hit that like button down below, and don't forget to subscribe so you can talk books with me every week. That is everything I got for you today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!